You know, the real reason why I always make these kind of race reviews late is because, for one thing, I'm always at work on Sundays nowadays. And the fact that I need to watch the highlights and the race itself first before gathering my thoughts and opinions and putting the right words in the right sequence to convey my thoughts and opinions in a very well sagacious and very well thought out manner, lucidly and coherently. So this Atlanta race, while it was at least better than the previous two Atlanta races we saw in 2017 and 2018, it really needs work. It kind of is exactly what I suspected it to be. The only action we ever see is on restarts, and of course, another Ware car fucked up and ruined someone else's day. Just like in the Daytona 500 when Cody Ware decided to have his head up his ass and completely ruin not just nearly Jimmy Johnson's day, but I think it was Stenhouse's day too. But then again, Stenhouse may be a jackass himself, but that's not an excuse to sink below his level. Anyways, we're not going to talk about this shit right now. We're going to talk about the race. Pretty much, it was barely anything happened at all outside of a lot of bold moves by especially Kurt Busch on that one restart. And a lot of 3-wide moves and 4-wide moves at the tri-oval and many turns. That's not something you see at Atlanta often anymore. So NASCAR, I guess for Atlanta, they sort of have their heart in the right place, but slowing down the cars is really not the answers. These are stock cars. They were built to be faster than the speed of law. That was the origins of NASCAR. Why are we deteriorating by slowing down these cars? These cars were not meant to have low horsepower, as low as 550 or below. Put them back to 800 plus. They are stock cars. They are meant to be fast. They are meant to go at almost 190 or 200 miles per hour. All in all, the only action we ever saw was either pack racing for the 10th position, ranging all the way down to last place. Oh, that's an amazing pass for position and 14th place. At least for the first two stages, that's what we were seeing. But the lead change quantity was starting to proliferate. Every 30 or some odd laps. Not even, and that wasn't just coming from pit road lead changes either. But all in all, Martin Truex Jr. at least was catching up to Brad Keselowski near the checkered flag due to the dirty air. But this race, this package, it still needs some work, like a lot of work. It's a step in the right direction, but it's still not all that satisfying. It's not satisfying when there's competition up front rather than for 10th or below, ranging from 10th place to last place. It's not satisfying when we only see competition for a pass for, oh, wow, Jimmy Johnson had a nice pass for position for 24th place, which, might I add, just as a sidetrack note, really, Hendrick Motorsports, you were doing so amazing in the speed weeks in Daytona, and now you're suddenly back to your 2018 fashion. What the hell happened? This is not 2018, damn it. You were supposed to progress. Make yourselves better again, not deteriorate again. You need more than just Daytona to be good, or at least semi-decent. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that yet again. I'm just expressing my exasperation of why Jimmy Johnson still can't progress from his performance from last year. let alone the whole entire Chevrolet camp. They had 2 months to work this out beyond the 2 super speedways, Dega and Daytona, and they still haven't done shit. It needs to be beyond Daytona. But anyways, there was hardly so much coming and going, even though there were a lot of lead changes in the 3rd stage, much like Daytona. Barely anything happened the 1st stage at Daytona. There weren't any comers and goers for the lead at Atlanta the first 2 stages, except for when it's 10th place or below. But except that other Cody Ware incident on pit road ruining Ryan Preece's day was pretty damn staggering and ridiculous. But even then, outside of that pit road incident, there was hardly ever anything that was impressive outside of Kurt Busch having the balls to make it 4 wide on the restart, let alone all the other multitude of 4 wide and 3 wide racing we were seeing at that Atlanta race. All in all, it's a step in the right direction, but it still needs a lot of work, especially when there's no competition for the top 5 at all. So, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, but this is only 1 race. Don't judge this package off 1 race. Las Vegas will totally speak for this package. Las Vegas will totally be the real deal. This was a fake race. Next race will definitely be the real deal. Atlanta was only a trial. How is a normal Sunday race, as well as every other 35 race, a trial race? Isn't that what practices are for? Practices are the trials, not the normal Sunday races. That excuse is tiresome as shit. Please stop smearing that in our face and provide a better argument. A more credible argument. If the Las Vegas race turns out to be the same as the spring race from last year, don't say I didn't warn you. Because I can at least say this package is somewhat a step in the right direction, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if our validation of our negative opinions turn out true. Once we are at least halfway through the season, or a quarter done with the season. I'm not going to judge too quick, so I'm going to wait until Las Vegas to see what this package really does have to offer for us for the rest of the 34 races bound to unfold with this really not so appealing package. I just hope this package is only a 1-year deal, because stock cars are not meant to go slow, which is why ISM, Dover, Loudon, Dega, and Daytona, after the speed weeks of Daytona, which just unfolded, of course, the 3 road courses, etc., will be the only real races on the schedule for this season. So yeah, it's lightly better than the previous 2 Atlanta races, but it still really needs a lot of work. That's all in all I had to say. So hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Space out.